Hello, wonderful people. I am working on a project called The Evolution of a Genre. I'm going to take a closer look at the genre of sci fi. By definition, the sci fi genre is speculative, fictional, science based depictions of phenomena that is not fully accepted by mainstream science, such as extraterrestrial life forms, alien worlds, extrasensory perception and time travel, along with futuristic elements such as spacecraft, robots, cyborgs, and interstellar travel or other technologies. As time passes, I step into my role as a filmmaker, and I would like to explore strange new worlds and boldly go where no man or woman has gone before. The focus of this project is to explore the beginning of sci fi and to see how it has expanded and evolved over the years. In her writings of Frankenstein, she incorporated science knowledge and experiments, also, what became of these encounters. This became the precursor for technology style movies that were tampered with by humanity. Other writers followed suit, like Jane C. Loudon and Jules Verne. These adventures were not commissioned in outer space, they happened right here on Earth. George Méliès was also known by many other names, like the father of special effects and the alchemist of light. Started his career as a shoemaker, illusionist, and then film director. He was the first one to use special effects and quite a few other techniques in film. His first sci fi film was Trip to the Moon in 1902. 2 years later, he assembled another film called The Voyage Across the Impossible in 1904, which incorporated adventures into the strange and bizarre. In 1926, this sparked a new arena for sci fi. Hugo Gernsback founded a magazine strictly for sci fi, Amazing Stories, which in turn bred more modern writers. Writing became more interesting and incorporated newer ideas. With the golden era of television soon approaching, it made room for more interesting film to be produced. I am going to show you one movie from each decade to show the development of the sci-fi genre in film.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! You're crazy to know who I am, aren't you? All right, I'll show you. The mania of madness when you're peering through I can make you a man. Dig it if you can.
Have you ever heard of insect politics?
Welcome to Mars.
Identify. Murder's a new trick for a robot. Respond.
Don't murder him.
Losing visual of you. In 2 seconds, I won't be able to track you. You need to detach. I can't see you anymore. Do it now. Houston, I lost.
And one of my favorites was The Incredible Hulk. Even though I am an adult, I thought it was fascinating as a kid. When I revisited the old episodes, they look a little cheesy, but that's the reason sci-fi has evolved and continued to make more intriguing motion pictures and TV series. We all know and love film, but we have subgenres too. They are spliced with the original genre and make hybrid movies containing elements of the two genres together. iRobot. It's a mixture of sci-fi and action which tells an amazing story. There are other examples of films in this genre like RoboCop, and Total Recall that come to mind for me. Science fiction movies make a commendable amount of money for the studios. On the flip side of that coin, they can be very expensive to make. I want to show you a few movies that have had groundbreaking sales. The numbers are impressive, and the films were state of the art for their time.
I'll be right here.
I would like to show you a few inventions that were inspired by sci fi, like the cell phones that were used in the Star Trek series. Tablets were used in the 2001 Space Odyssey.
Good evening. 3 weeks ago.
Holographic images were used in Star Wars. Video calls were used in Metropolis. Smartwatches were used in a Dick Tracy comic strip. Gesture activated computer screens were used in Minority Report. There will always be new innovations for sci fi. One idea always leads to another. It is hard to predict what is next. We will just have to observe and embrace what is in the future. Movies come out weekly. The film industry continues to revisit old movies, to remake, to introduce them to the next generations. There is more development to be done. Sci fi is constantly ever changing, and it is universal.